Okay, that looked awesome. Am I supposed to know who that dude in the back to tank was? Is that like a... I'm assuming he like found a super powerful Jedi maybe? No, we aren't. Okay. It's Geralt of Rivia. What a crossover! I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's Varth Dater? Varth Dater? That was my old DJ name. That's cool though. So maybe the idea is that he was looking for Jedi and like found a super powerful Jedi that was in a tank. Badass, man. Yeah, dude, I loved the gameplay and the world of Fallen Order. I thought it was fantastic. So I am totally picking up whatever they're putting down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How hyped for Starfield are you? What are you specifically hoping with it? I am cautiously optimistic for Starfield. Cautiously optimistic because I think that Bethesda needs to put its best foot forward, and cautiously because it's Bethesda. So I'm the thing is that is really, this is the biggest unknown right now. The fact that they announced an aggressive release date and then basically took it back was incredibly concerning. And there's a part of me that wonders if Bethesda was planning on releasing something that was relatively garbage, and like Microsoft and Phil stepped in and was like, no, you have to delay this and make it good. I really wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. I think they may have been planning on Fallout 76ing it, and Phil was just like, no, not okay. Nope. Because Phil got personally involved when they tweeted that out. Like he was tweeting about it too. So yeah, I mean it's concerning. It's very concerning. But here's the thing. With SGF right around the corner, I'm hoping we're gonna see some actual Starfield stuff. There's hints that we're gonna see Avowed stuff, which I'll be blunt, I am so much more excited for Avowed than Starfield, by like factors of multipliers. I'm so much more excited for Avowed. So it's gonna be interesting. Yep. Hey, Dr. Duty, what's up, buddy? Dr. Duty. Sorry, I'm a juvenile. What is Avowed? Avowed is Obsidian's new game that is basically, it is a first-person RPG in the Pillars universe. So it is the world that we loved from Pillars of Eternity in a Outer World style game. So my hope is that they're going to take the rich lore and mechanics from Pillars, and they're going to combine it with the good technical parts of Outer Worlds. And where Outer Worlds I feel really was lacking, which was in its depth, in its risk taking. Outer Worlds was a very safe game. I liked Outer Worlds. A lot of people didn't, because I think that they thought Outer Worlds was going to be like something really special. And instead, Outer Worlds turned out to be like a solid average. So my hope is that they're going to, but here's the thing. Even though Outer Worlds was average, it was very solid technically. It was pretty. It like everything kind of worked. So it was kind of like their first real attempt at doing that on their own, and and for that part they did really well. It's just like the content could have been deeper and more meaningful. So my hope is, again, they're going to take like the solid foundation of Outer World and combine it with like the deep mechanics and lore of Pillars, which we know they can do, and kind of go from there. The only reason well, not the only, but one of the big reasons I think to be very optimistic is the fact that the latest content for Outer Worlds, honestly, like, was significantly better than the base game. The final DLC for Outer Worlds was this like super cool module where you basically were like playing Inspector, and it was like this mystery thing, and it was actually really, really good. It was really good. I had a great time with it. I remember thinking many times that it was more compelling, more interesting. It baited the hook better. Like everything about it did better than the base game. It was one of those DLCs where you're constantly wanting to keep playing because you always want to figure out that next little thing, which I didn't really get at all in the base game. In the base game, they were just kind of like, here's what you got to do. Go do it. The base game of Outer Worlds felt like the main story of Pillars of Eternity 2, which frankly was not very compelling or good in my opinion. It was not solid writing. And I felt there were a lot of similarities between the main story of PoE 2 and the main story of Outer Worlds. So, and funny enough, Pillars of Eternity 2 also had significantly better DLC in my opinion than the base story. So the hope is that they'll really give the main story some love in Avowed and go from there. The main story of PoE 2 made you feel like you had to rush the game. Not only did the main story of PoE 2 make you feel like you had to rush the game, but it wasn't like, it was incredibly straightforward. You basically knew exactly what you were doing the entire game. There were like no twists and turns of any kind. There was no discovery. There were no aha moments. Like only until the very end were there any kind of reveals, and they weren't any types of reveals that like challenged you or really surprised you. It was just like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is. Like there was no like, whoa, there was no like, there was no mystery. It was just like, oh. So it was a thing. Darquinia says the PoE 2 DLC was better than the main game. Oh, I agree. I agree. Same way I feel about Outer Worlds. Yep, I agree. Mm-hmm. Why am I sitting all the time? In this game, when you sit, you gain back your mana faster. So when you see me on the ground, I'm playing a class called a wizard. So if you look at my mana bar, which is right here, it's the blue bar. It's kind of hard to see there. Can I make it bigger? I don't think I can make it bigger. I'm playing on a high resolution. It's not meant for this. If you see that bar right there, if I cast one spell, watch the bar. I just lost like 10% of my mana. So what a wizard basically does is they level. Yeah! They cast a bunch of spells, their mana goes down, and then they sit on their butt and they gain it all back. So, yeah, it's a very chill class for streaming because I can basically just like sit, cast a bunch of spells, and then sit down again. You can see these guys are metting too. Sitting is basically the fastest way to get meta back in the game. Hey, Juventino says, mods, you're cute AF. Ooh. So are you, Juventino. What's up, buddy? Ding level 9, man. Ding level 9. What did I just get? Halo of Light. What is that? Focuses magical energy into a halo that provides an aura of light when worn. Kind of cool. Okay. Basically, you know that a wizard is doing their job in a group if they don't ever have max mana. That's how you know a wizard is doing their job. If a wizard doesn't have max mana, they're okay. And you also don't necessarily ever want a wizard to be as low as mana as I am. It's best for a wizard to be like between 50 and 75 at all times, because if you get like too many pulls or something, if your wizards and DPS have a lot of mana, then you have a chance to like burn down ads before they build up too much. So honestly, the best wizards in this game keep their mana between like 60 and 80, I'd say. Yeah. Are we just farming a boss? Right now we're farming experience. I just hit level 9, and I'm hanging out with Pouty and some other people from the stream, and we're just kind of chilling out. And we're in a zone called Crushbone right now, which is a one of the first dungeons in an area near a zone called Greater Feydark. And we're just kind of hanging out and leveling my wizard here. And they're leveling all sorts of classes. We got another wizard, I think Carriot's an enchanter. Nope, Carriot's a magician. Poutine is an enchanter. You can see that's an enchanter pet there. Pouties is a cleric. I think Pouty is a paladin, maybe, or a warrior. Pouty is a anonymous, so I don't know. And then, oh no, he was yelping earlier, I think. Yeah, he's casting spells, so he's definitely a paladin. And then Oyster is a monk. And then I'm a wizard. So we got all sorts of people. All sorts of people. Sounds like Pouty's a multi-boxer. No, Pouty plays with his wife. They always have the same names. I think it's the true boxer. So. Okay, I'm at 13% mana, so I'm gonna chill for a minute. You're a wizard, Harry. Actually, my name is Cohh. Thank you. I don't know who this hairy gentleman is, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Clone King says, saw you playing EQ, had to stop by. Awesome. Well, thanks, Clone. Good to see you, buddy. There's several named orcs around that area, but it's also Train City. Yes, we've already had 2 training encounters this evening. Yep. Isn't this particular server true box anyway? It is. Yes, it is. You're a Harry? No, I am Harry. See, there's my hair. Oh, it's all, I got like ultimate hat hair right now. Nice. I like it. I mean, you can still box on a true box server. You just need 2 cops. Yeah, it's true. Pull Divin or no balls. Isn't Divin an Oasis? Dorn, no, that's Dorn Badin. Yeah. What happened to the Bard? I wasn't really feeling the Bard. I decided I wanted something that was a little bit more straightforward and a little bit more raid accessible. So if I decide to raid. Hold on, I gotta check. Oh wait, first let me do this real quick. I may do some raiding this time. We'll see. What is my next big spell? My next big spell is original. We just got Shock of Ice, which is huge. I don't know what Resistant Skin is. Oh, Shock of Lightning. Is that single target? Oh yeah, that's big. So level 10, I get a nice big zap spell. That's great. Nothing really at level 11. Bind Affinity at 12. That one's pretty cool. Frost of Alcabor is cool. That's our AoE. There's our next big one after 10 is Flame Shock. That's huge. That's a huge amount of damage for that level. My lord. Invisibility is super useful at 16. Invisibility in this game is great. Let me get Lightning Bolt then. Oh, we get an evac. That's cool. Oh, let me get our first debuff. Oh, we get our first gate at 19. Oh no, we don't. Wait. At 18, we get our Karana gate at 18. These wizards are super cool because they're one of the few classes that can actually like teleport around the world, which is fun. And they can also move groups around the world. There's no fast travel in this game, so you have to get a druid or a wizard to port you around. Great. That's another reason I wanted to roll wizard. What server am I on? Yellowknack. Gregor the Bug says #ad. This stream? No, nobody pays me to play EverQuest, bud. Nobody pays me to play EverQuest. Once you get 16 Cohh, we can do the Staff of the Wheel quest. Look that one up. Oh yeah, Pouty. Yeah, that's right. Right. Oh, he meant ads on the website. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Is Cohh playing on a normal modern server or is it a progression server? It's a progression server. Yep, progression server. Is there a badass warrior class in this? There's a few. There's warrior, who is like generally the main tank. Then there's Shadow Knight. And Shadow Knight is kind of your it's basically a warrior plus a necromancer. And then there is Paladin, which is a warrior plus a cleric, and they can be super good. And then there's Ranger, which is a warrior plus a druid, and they're absolutely terrible. Yeah. You know how you know a ranger's tanking? If you just heard something hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. That's how you know a ranger's tanking. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. It's fun to hate on rangers, but it was kind of like a joke from back in the day. Rangers are they're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. And as expansions come out, they actually go from okay to really, 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 really good. They eventually get very good. Especially when they're able to actually start using their bow properly and stuff like that. They get to be pretty awesome. Yeah. But in classic they were like in classic the idea behind the Ranger was a DPS tank. That was the idea. They were like the dual wield DPS tank, but it didn't really work in premise. So like it was they're like no guild ever used a Ranger for tanking in raids kind of thing. It was kind of a flawed premise from the start in classic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, we're already a full bubble into 9. Oh yeah, dude. We're cruising. We're cruising. Rangers are a chain class, not meant to be a tank. Yeah, but that's the thing. See, that's the promise. That's a problem, Clone King. They're a chain class that is tanky, but they're not good enough to be a tank. But almost every other class does way more DPS than them. So, like, monks pull better, DPS classes DPS better, tanks tank better, druids cast better. It's just like, want to be the worst of all worlds? Be a ranger. Want to be a jack of no trades? Ranger's calling your name. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's very sad. Yeah, it's very sad. That's right. The only thing that Ranger did better than all the other classes was tracking. They could track. They had the longest range track, which was in some cases was really useful. Also, as someone pointed out in chat, and this is a great point, Rangers were arguably the absolute best at taking the initial death touch from god bosses. They were very good at taking death touches. And since they were useless, you then no longer needed them anyway. So it's like, perfect, right? Yeah, awesome. Excellent. All right. Oh, man. Loved it. They could, well, they could also forge. That's right. They could also forge. Linka says later on they get good at what? Damage? Later on they actually get like the ability to really use their bow. Like they become significantly stronger in terms of actual damage. Like sometimes their bows later on did crazy good damage. And I think they get I think they actually get some rather decent defensive stuff as well. So yeah. In Planes of Power, which is the last expansion I think the server goes to, they get to be crazy good DPS. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. I am completely OOM right now. Hey, Sergeant X, what's up, buddy? What expansion is on this? Right now is Classic. In 4 weeks is Kunark. And then it's a pretty aggressive release schedule after that. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a progression server, so it starts at original and then moves through all the expansions up to Planes of Power, I think. So you're going to be asking for Ranger buffs if you roll that Rogue come Velios. Yeah. Very nice. The 2 worst classes in Classic are Ranger and Rogue. Yep. 100%. Yep. Or Husby, I had no idea. Interesting. Is that just a random thing you found out and wanted to share? I thought it was cool. Yeah. I was going to say, are 3 coming? The Smoothie God. Thank you for your 43 months, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Every time Cohh plays EQ, I yearn for Pantheon to finally be here. I know. Dude, I was watching one of Basgrim's videos. Apparently they got their crafting stuff down now, and a lot of the zones are like are nearing completion. Like, dude, Pantheon's coming along, man. It's coming slow, but it's coming along. Like they're getting there, man. It's pretty much the definition of like an indie style team trying to make an MMO. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Yep. Mm-hmm. I really hope that they're gonna ping me at some point in the near future and we can show some more stuff. The big things about Pantheon, the big good things, are that early this year they got a 7-figure investor. So even though it's gonna take a while, it's good to know that they at least are funded. We don't have to worry about getting a public announcement anytime soon about them running out of money, which is great. And the other thing we know is that they've been really quiet for a while, but they've been really quiet because they were streamlining their back end so they can make content faster, is what we're being told. So if that's the case, if that's true, then hopefully they can get all this stuff worked out and start, you know, mainlining content, and then we can start really seeing like stuff come together. Addie says, I've heard that before. Absolutely, dude. We all have in various other we've all heard that in one way or another with other projects. So, you know, it's gonna be up to time to see how much of that's really accurate. Yeah. Symbiosome says, not 100% accurate, Cohh. They are integrating network. What does that mean, Symbiosome? Not sure what that means. Is that like you said that in all caps. Is that like a specific architecture or something? Have you decided between DAO and the other game you're going to play? Not yet. Not yet. I want to play either Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition or Dragon Age Origins after we do Song of Conquest, I think. And I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. We will see. I think I'll be happy playing either of them. I think I may try. I'm really leaning towards Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition first because I don't know if I'm going to finish it. So, Carriot complains my backend is too streamlined, says Pouty. I am one OOM wizard. Yeah, dude. My last DAO playthrough, I did it, I think, like almost right before we started up the YouTube. So it never made it onto YouTube. I don't have a Dragon Age Origins playthrough on YouTube, which is hilarious because I have that shield, right? But yeah, man. I need to do one of those. It's been too long. It's been too long. Enchantment. I think I first found your channel when you played Inquisition. Nice. Nice. Yeah, eventually we'll play 2 and Inquisition and all the DLC. I don't know if we'll do them all at once. I don't think we'll do them all at once, but 7.5 years since a DAO playthrough. Yeah. Would you be modding DAO if you played it? I'll need to look into that. I wouldn't want to mod it for content, but I wouldn't necessarily say no to modding it to make it look better, maybe? Like, maybe there's some QL stuff. I haven't really looked at the DAO modding scene, so I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Coolglade. Did you play Pillar of Eternity 2 Deadfire? Oh, yeah. Want to start my first playthrough. Heard it's good. PoE 2 is a very solid game. It's a great world to explore. The mechanics are pretty excellent. The gameplay is really good. I would definitely recommend doing the DLCs for PoE 2. I actually liked the story and and a lot of what the DLCs did better than the base game. For a first playthrough, the base game is fine, but I will say that I definitely felt that PoE 1's story was like, it was really, really good. So, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of hard to top that, and I don't really feel like they did. Bad Wizard, sit down. Sorry. Yeah. Will Dry need to be a franchise playthrough or just DAO? I think just DAO for now. Mm-hmm. Sir not appearing in this film. Awesome. I remember when you were playing Defiance. What's up, Grex? Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.